again, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd do us a double header because you fucking deserve it. You've been waiting long enough. This is my spring break. I'm supposed to have had a lot more free time than I have, but I'll be damn if having a couple of new pets to take care of and make room for and train doesn't take up a little bit of your time. Anyways, I figured I'd take a look at another platformer that I was actually really fond of when I was a kid, for multiple reasons. I mean, Jesus, the X-Men was all the thing back in the 90s. In 2000, we had that film that came out and basically recreated the superhero genre. Um, why does it think there's two of us? I don't remember. Oh, let's take fucking Wolverine, because why not? That's who all the kids liked back in the day. And just move us right along. We're not playing two-player. Something that occurs to me over the years is that though I loved this platformer back in the day, I am no longer quite as attached. And I'm not sure why. Well, I can think of a few things. I generally keep the audio lower than typical, I guess, muted when I do my commentary so that I can be understood beyond having a dull ass garble. Yeah. Some of it, control just doesn't seem very fluid. Capcom released an X-Men platformer that was kind of based on some of their Street Fighter concepts for the Super Nintendo a little after this came out. That I thought was a much better game than this, and I may do a video on later. But, graphically, hey, this is a pretty good treat. Not like some of the NES games that were out. God forbid the NES X-Men game. But I'm also talking about the Wolverine game for the NES. Oh, wall. The characters actually look pretty decent, pretty crisp. Maybe a little blocky, but I mean, it's 16-bit. What the hell do you want from me? The problem I have, looking at it now from a more objective standpoint than being a Sega fanboy and an X-Men fanboy like I was when I was a kid, like I'm not so much right now, is, well, one of the problems I can cite here is the sound quality. I get it, we're in the Savage Land, so you got this drum beat, but a lot of the sound effects and the music just feels like somebody ran random fart noises through Audacity and remodulated the frequency of the sound of the fart noises. Here. Like that was a kind of a mechanical fart noise. When I punch, it's a bit of a high-pitched fart noise. When they throw shit, it's like farting through a straw. Why am I stuck on farting? I don't know. Yeah. Not too bright in the sound department. The system can do better than this. Anybody who's ever played Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the most memorable soundtracks in all of video game history, and most iconic sound effects, second only to, say, the Mario franchise. Yeah, so the game sounds like ass, right from the title theme. It's supposed to be some kind of resonating electric guitar or something, but it just sounds like someone's farting to the oldies, if you ask my opinion. God, the stupid fart thing. If I could get off the farting thing. Alright, let's try to say something that isn't about farting. Alright. So, character control isn't half bad. But that's just it. It's not really half good either. I suppose there were worse games at the time. It's not like this is total trash, but these guys don't control nearly as smoothly as characters in other games. Like, I'm playing Wolverine right now. I should be able to control him about as easily as I can handle, say, Strider, Granted, I haven't even busted my claws out yet, because there's other things I think are dumb. Like the fact that your X-Men mutant powers are limited. That blue bar under the yellow health bar that I've almost emptied out here is my mutant energy, and one of the buttons decides whether or not I'm using it. For like Cyclops, that button shoots his laser beams. If you're playing Gambit, it throws his cards. If you're playing Wolverine, it pulls your claws out. Oh, and I fucking died. And now I can't play Wolverine anymore because I got him killed like a moron. But that's fine. Now I could play Cyclops, or, fuck it, why not? Cyclops. Fuck it, Cyclops. Now, at any point in time, a second player could pick up and decide, I'm going to be one of the other X-Men. Grab the other controller and pitch in a fucking hand. I don't remember how it worked. I know if you have the other controller plugged in, these things right here are like a level select code. You can look that up on Game Facts if you're really interested. And there were a few other clever things that the game actually did. I'm not sure if the clever being good or what, but like to get to the last level, apparently Cerebro gets a virus. You're given this cutscene where Cerebro is given a virus, and it says you have to reset the system. And you're walking around going, what the hell do you mean reset the system? Well, what the game fucking means is reset your Sega Genesis. No kidding. You have to reset your Genesis. So, this is of course an issue if you're playing the game on an emulator, unless you have an emulator that knows how to do the console reset, how to emulate that, which most decent emulators do, I guess. But playing on a legit cartridge, it's not an issue. The issue is who the fuck would have thought to reach over and push the fucking reset button on their goddamn console to beat a game. And you might say, well, dude, that's ingenious. Yeah, what the fuck was the point? If you didn't have access to a game magazine or fucking someone that was in the know, you just couldn't beat the game. It was actually kind of stupid. It wasn't a really great idea. Now, maybe if they'd said on screen, not just reset the system, but push the reset button on your Sega Genesis. Make it obvious that this isn't game talking. This is, no, really, push the reset button. And even then, it's still busy work. It makes you get up off your ass, go over to your console, for no reason other than plop. Absolutely no rhyme or reason behind it. So, I don't know. It is weird. I should probably show off some of Cyclops' powers. It's just that you get so little energy in the game that you don't want to squander it. So, you don't find yourself using your mutant powers all that often. So you're playing J-Random frickin' platformer with these characters that look familiar, but don't act like characters that we know and love, because you want to save up and spare their energy. Oh, and that's it. His little optic blast is fucking weak. And by the way, it's another fart noise. Oh, Juggernaut. Fighting Juggernaut is dumb. And that's it. That's it. He's already gone. And I just got Cyclops killed by a spear chucker. So anyways, no, I used to be able to beat the game fairly effectively. I know one of the dirtiest things to do is play Nightcrawler through the last stage. But with all honesty, the rose-tinted goggles of nostalgia are off here, and I'm not going to bother playing this anymore. It is better than the NES X-Men game by 1,000-fold, but if you're really looking for a retro X-Men title to play, I would preferably recommend getting your hands on the Super Nintendo X-Men game by Capcom, or getting your hands on the like Xbox Live Arcade or whatever, the X-Men arcade game, which is based on the same engine as like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons was back then. That was a much better game. So I'm gonna sign out for now. I just can't make myself play this as much because the more I realize it's not a good game as I recall, the more saddened I am and less willing I am to face myself in the mirror. So, thank you for watching, folks.